Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Karen Rice and I'm going to be painting an abstract seascape step-by-step watercolour tutorial. This tutorial is completely from my imagination. I've just sketched in a little bit of some rocks in the sea, and I've just masked out a few rocks and the waves, and I'm spattering some of the foam just to have lots of fun. If you want to see a list of my materials, they're in the description below. Just click show more. I'm wetting the sky and I'm painting Naples yellow on the horizon, wet in wet, with my large size 14 brush. It's a black velvet brush. It really holds the paint so well. And I'm just painting a little bit now of that Naples yellow wet on dry on the rocks as well. I'm really loading my brush now and I'm painting the sky, the top part of the sky, with Cerulean wet in wet with my large brush, and I'm putting a little bit of that colour in the sea, wet on dry. This is just a fun loose technique just to loosen up, get your watercolours out, have a little bit of fun. Just using a little turquoise now. You could use Winsor blue or Prussian blue, and I'm putting this lovely sea greeny blue colour wet in wet in the foreground bit of the sea here, and just dropping in a bit of Cerulean as well. These colours are so lovely, they're so harmonious, and it's just so nice to paint these fresh colours in watercolour. Just dropping a little bit of ultramarine now in the foreground here. It goes so well with the turquoise and the cerulean. Again, really lovely harmonious colours. All of this is really wet in wet. I'm really loading my brush, giving myself loads of time by putting all these watery washes on this sea area. This is the fun part. I love to give a little tilt. Let's get all these colours blending and dripping down so we get some exciting results. This is an abstract painting, or semi-abstract. So you're going to get, I'm trying to get all these lovely marks by trying out all these different techniques and dropping in lots of water. To loosen you up, try an old bit of watercolour paper or the back of an old painting. I'm mixing up some Quinacridone rose, and you'll probably think, wow, that's a really strong colour. But I'm actually using it as a base colour, because I'm going to be putting some lamp black, or if you don't have lamp black you can put indigo or Payne's grey on top, but it goes so nicely. Look at how it really sort of blend together really nicely for me to put these dark rocks in using my palette knife. I'm just sprinkling a bit of salt in now. Allow that to dry and it will create some beautiful textures, as you'll see in this next frame. And I'm brushing it off with my kitchen towel, and I've taken off my masking fluid with my framing tape, and now I'm layering some lovely transparent colours on top of the lighter areas, dropping in some of the turquoise and some of the greyish colours, and just toning down that light area a little. There's some lovely textures there now in that foreground, especially with the masking fluid and the salt, and I'm just putting these very thin washes on. I don't want to lose my painting, I just want to glaze, so I'm glazing a little bit over some of the lighter areas in the background where I put the masking fluid. And now I'm putting some land in the distance, and I'm using the turquoise ultramarine with a touch of the rose. I'm still just using the one brush. It's got such a fine point and its holding capacity is so good. And now I'm dropping in neater, creamier paint, then using my pipette to sort of drop in water to get some lovely happy accidents. And I think if you can see on the horizon there on the left hand side, I've got some misty trees as well. I'm really pleased with that. That was the black running up into the background, and it's just surprising sometimes the sort of results you get with this. And as long as you don't mess about with your watercolours and just put things on and try not to sort of overpaint, it will remain fresh, and it's got this lovely transparency. As you saw there, I was just lifting off a little bit where the paint had bled. I'm adding a little bit of black and a touch of ultramarine, and I just want to put a little bit more dark in that background there, just to give a little bit more oomph, and a touch of the Quinacridone rose damp into wet. And I'm using the pipette now just to dilute that. I'm hoping I'm going to get some fantastic textures there, and also the way the colours break up as well, the way the black separates from the pink is gorgeous. Don't forget to tilt and use all those magical techniques that you get with watercolour, and just experiment. It's always a good idea to do that because it can really loosen you up, and it's a lot of fun. So as you can see, I'm just having fun with my pipette, diluting, not even touching the painting, just letting the water do all the work, all the dilution there. Remember to clean up your mess afterwards as well. I'm using the palette knife now with some of the colours in the palette, some of the yellows, some of the turquoise, some of the cerulean, a little touch of black. Doesn't matter. You choose your own colours and just drop them in now, sort of damp into wet, damp into damp, creating a bit of texture around these rocks. Really sort of, again, it's just experimentation, just seeing what happens. These colours really blend nicely together. I do like using a palette knife. I'm using the tip of the palette knife, the side of it, to create more texture, more marks. You could use a plastic card to do what I'm doing now. You don't have to go out and buy a palette knife. I'm giving it a little spray with my spritzer bottle just to soften everything. Again, just experimenting, getting those colours moving. I mean, it looks really yummy around those rocks at the moment, and just give it a tilt as well. I've given my painting a blow dry and I've decided to add a little bit of white gouache just to get a little bit of my white back. Some of the paint ran over a little bit more than I wanted it to. Doesn't matter. I love using white. I like using it as part of the technique. I'm giving it a little spray now just to soften it all, just to, you know, make it part of the painting and see if I can get any magical little sort of effects going on. And now I'm dropping in some of the turquoise. I love this colour. It's Daniel Smith Phthalo Turquoise. It's a gorgeous colour, and I'm just dripping it in here and there just to see if I can get a little bit something happening, you know, just go by your instincts sometimes and just enjoy it. And you know, I mean, what's not to like about the sea? This painting has been such fun to do. I like to finish off most of my watercolours with a spatter. So I've got a little blob of white paint here and I've watered it down. I'm just spattering it with a little round brush, just delicately. I protected the sky with the kitchen towel and I don't want these spots in my sky. And I'll do the same thing with a darker colour just around the rock areas. It gives it a little bit of sparkle and it stops me from over painting and possibly spoiling my picture. If you would like to see longer, more informative videos with lots more tips and techniques, why not give my membership a try? Just click on the link below this video and it will take you to a little join page, and there's a video there which will tell you all about the benefits. If you have any questions about the memberships, please don't hesitate to ask and put them in the comments section below. You can see there I was just putting a touch more dark in the background. I just felt it needed a little bit of balance there with the dark of the rocks, using the turquoise and the pink. So I've removed my framing tape now and it's left a lovely white border so I can assess the painting to see if I need to do any more work. But I think I will leave it there for now. I am really pleased with it. It was a really nice way of expressing myself and using lots of different watercolour techniques. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video and you'd like to see more videos like this, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and you will get updates of my latest videos. If you have any questions or comments, please put them in the comments section below and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you again for watching. Happy painting. Bye for now.